When we found out at first the diagnosis, it was devastating. We had a feeling that something was wrong.
We had been told there were several severe side effects from the meningitis.
Could he eventually be helped to listen and to speak?
I felt that she had been robbed because this was nothing that was in her or our control to help her through. It was something that just happened.
Braden was born deaf. Braden was not diagnosed until he was approximately 18 months old. The most frustrating thing is that we had so many questions.
Really a feeling of helplessness. I didn't know where we would go from here.
How can we get her to a point where she can have those opportunities, where this isn't going to be a roadblock in her life and what she wants to do with it?
We didn't know anyone who had a profound hearing loss, let alone a young child.
My son was the first deaf person I was having real interaction with.
Now she's got these tremendous challenges as a virtual infant.
We just felt if we could give him hearing, that's what we wanted to do.
Sign language was an option, but that just wasn't good enough for us.
We wanted him to be able to succeed amongst the normal hearing population. There's a lot that's dependent upon, or a lot of options that are available to you if you can hear, and if you can't, some of those things might be limited.
So my focus was much more on Taylor, how this would affect her possibilities, and what we could do to help mitigate that and make that right for her.
We, being from a family of hearing individuals, wanted to give him the hearing.
The reason that we chose to have the cochlear implant surgery for Taylor is because we wanted her to be able to speak.
Yeah, I came pretty quickly to a conclusion that the cochlear implants was the right decision to make.
As we learned more, we became more and more optimistic about what the future would hold for her. We had heard of cochlear implants, but we didn't know anyone with them, and we really didn't know how they worked.
The technology over the last 5 years has really been somewhat remarkable. Granted, the design of electrodes, having multiple electrodes on them, has been present for many years, but the programming software has become more sophisticated. More programs can be placed into these cochlear implants. Battery life has been extended. Batteries now can also be rechargeable. The size of the implant has drastically been diminished. Some technical aspects include that they're water resistant.
They assured us that if all went well with the surgery, they felt certain that she would be able to speak and hear and interact with her hearing and non-hearing peers.
There were 3 schools in the area that were options for us. It was an easy decision to choose DePaul because, first of all, Braden was implanted, and we wanted him to learn how to communicate orally.
As important as the device itself would be the rehabilitation and therapy for him to learn how to use it.
Are they the same?
No.
It's not a match. Sam, let me hear. It's not a match.
Not a match.
DePaul has resources that are somewhat unique. They have superbly trained and experienced audiologists who are very familiar both with hearing aids and cochlear implants and can do the programming right here. But the focus in the education stream here is that it emphasizes language acquisition and the use of language.
We actually saw some children who had been in the same situation as Taylor, had lost their hearing due to meningitis, yet were speaking and laughing and talking and listening to the radio and doing things that you would expect any other toddler or preschooler or grade school child to be doing.
When the parents walk in our door with a child in their arms and they tour our school and hear profoundly deaf children talking and laughing and telling them their names, that's a level of hope that those parents may not have known before they walked into our door.
My name is Braden.
My name is Brian.
How old are you?
4.
I am 4.
I am 4.
Braden, what do you want to be when you grow up?
SpongeBob.
I want to be SpongeBob.
I want to be SpongeBob.
We recently visited DePaul for a conference, and they had a panel of former students, one of which names was John. John was a former student, much older than Braden, and the way he answered these questions and how he was using his hearing, it was just what I see Braden doing in the future.
Okay. Yay!
I was partially mainstreamed in kindergarten and fully in first grade. To my parents for making all those decisions, I'd say thank you. First off, the decision to get me in a cochlear implant or not.
DePaul is an auditory oral school for children who are deaf or hearing impaired. It is a program where we provide parents with the option for their child to learn how to listen and to use spoken language for their communication.
What I really like about DePaul is a comprehensive team approach.
So it was a partnership. It wasn't, don't worry, we'll take care of your kid and everything will be fine.
It wasn't going to be like putting on a pair of glasses, but rather he would have to be taught how to listen and speak with this device.
They involved us as much as we wanted to be involved, and we wanted to be involved a great deal.
We're a community of parents and grandparents, of teachers and administrators, of audiologists and speech pathologists, family service coordinators and mainstream coordinators, dedicated board members and generous benefactors. And I believe that it's when we all work together that we are able to provide each child at DePaul with that opportunity to develop the skills that they need to succeed in the mainstream of the hearing world.